me show myself in here. There we go. Just want to make sure that everything is heard. You guys can all hear me pretty well, but we're going to go through this together because I absolutely 100% think that you guys are going to enjoy this. What's going on to all you guys out there? Hope you guys are all doing well. Let me go ahead and get this other stream going so that the people who are chiming in from another avenue, like the mobile portion, they will be able to jump in here. And I know, like right now, I know you guys, a lot of you guys are, if you're chiming in through via YouTube, whatever like that, it's going to look a little weird to you. So here we go. I'm about to go live with my peeps. Going live with my peeps from the phone. It's going to look weird from you guys if you're right there. Okay, there we go. Going to get some things together. Uh-oh. Am I back? Am I back? There we go. I'm back. So I'm giving y'all a little bit of time to get in here, guys. Some of y'all might have missed it. Some of you may have not, but I wanted to play it in its entirety when I was live. So for those of you that may be in here right now, it's a good chance you will not. If you want to see this live without no interruptions or anything like that, you need to go and watch the live video that I just literally posted about 10, 15, it might have been 15 minutes ago. But let me check the chat real quick because I just want to make sure that all y'all can hear me. Make sure you do what you see up there on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button right there. Yeah, but if you didn't watch it, you know I was going to have to do a recap over this. So those of you that are tuning in via mobile, appreciate you guys all being here. Really do appreciate it. So let me see how I'm going to present this to you guys. Give me 1 second here. I see a lot of y'all in here. Morat said she got owned. Big Brick said, I missed it. Can't wait to see what happened. Okay. Morat said, good video. We got Cat in the Hat said, who will fact check Kamal before her press meetups? Yeah. We got Fair Eyes. Sigrams in the house is chiming in. Miss Deja Vu is in the house. Thank you very much for doing this. Trump did so good. Yeah. All good. Lily said all good. She was vile. Yeah, you know, we expected that right there. But again, what can we expect from that? You know, want to come out. She came out pushing an agenda, which we're all going to see here real quick. But again, I appreciate you guys all being here. Maybe I'll just get ready to go ahead and jump on into it. Let me see what we're looking like time-wise here. So just bear with me for a second, those of you that are watching. Do not be surprised if we get these strange interruptions like we did the last time because of, you know, they don't like you hitting on subjects like this anyway because it pisses them off. And they don't like when people actually show the truth of the matter. So if you know anybody that definitely likes this channel and they should be tuning in, what you should do is go in there and let them know right now that I'm live. They set them up with the mics too, said Cat in the Hat. Yeah. Every time Harris was asking him a question, the mic seemed to have gone out. But again, I'm just waiting to see if it's going to chime everybody else in. Those of you that are chiming in via the phone, if you see the computer screen right here, bear with me. We're going to bring the whole thing up. No worries. You know I got y'all. I'm just checking in on time-wise to see how far we are into it. That way, by the time it hits the 5-minute mark, I will be able to just go ahead and jump on in it, okay? And it looks like we are getting ready to approach the 5-minute mark. And so when we do, I will get right into it, okay? So 100 people in here, make sure you guys all hit the like button if you would, please. I appreciate it. All right, let me see what we got here. Let me get ready to share with the people what we got going on here. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys basically can all see me right now. I'm hoping that the those of you that are chiming in through the mobile, I'm trying to make myself more presentable to you guys. There we go. So y'all can see me pretty good. How y'all doing? Mobile people, how y'all doing? Appreciate you guys all being there. All right. So we're about 5 minutes in. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. Again, let me just say this. I really do appreciate every last one of you taking your time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that if you are subscribed to the channel, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button so that my content can consistently be recommended to you. And for those of you, look, y'all to email me about Patreon. It's patreon.com/modern renaissance man. Okay, that's what it is. Patreon.com/modern renaissance man. Okay. All right, folks. So I just did a live recording, or not about probably around 20 minutes ago, where President Trump went to the National Association for Black Journalists. Right? He was going there. He came there. They asked him to come. They asked Kamala Harris to come. She didn't come because we don't know why, but President Trump did show up. It's so funny that after all that talking she did, I asked President, we were supposed to debate come September, and he backed out. He don't want to face me face to face. And like, you know, like Quavo said, you can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? Yeah, all that bull crap. Trump didn't know she wasn't going to show up until he was already on his way there. Anyway, this is the National Association for Black Journalists, where President Trump came there just to sit down and get ready to give the people answers to questions that they may have. And y'all have to see this because, yeah, I don't want to give too much of away, but let me just go ahead and let you guys know right now. I am going to be pausing and stopping the video. If you have a problem with me pausing and stopping the video, that's not my problem. That's your problem. You can go to a live video I just shot 20 minutes ago. Go watch that. There's no interruptions. You don't see me or anything. You just see the whole entire interview that Trump did here. All right. So let's get ready to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if this is the right thing that's up. Here we go. Right here. We're getting ready to get right into this event right here. Okay. Okay. Y'all ready? Let's see here. Let's do it.
And anchor of the Faulkner Focus and co-host of Outnumbered on Fox News, Harris Faulkner.
NBAJ. Mic's on? Hear me? There we go. Test, test, test. Good afternoon, NBAJ, and welcome to a conversation with former President Donald Trump. This discussion continues a decades-long tradition during election years of inviting journalists to discuss the policies and their impact with the candidates who are running for president, and the impact of those policies, especially in Black communities. Former Presidents George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton have attended the NABJ conventions either as presidents or as presidential candidates in past years. NABJ is currently in conversation with Vice President Kamala Harris's team to schedule a Q&A either in person or virtually in September. As journalists, we use opportunities like these both to inform our reporting, but also to help voters understand the choices that they face in a consequential and historic election year. NABJ has partnered with PolitiFact to fact check this conversation in real time. You can access that feed on social media using the hashtag NABJFactCheck. Again, the hashtag is NABJFactCheck. We have a lot to get to, and we do not want to waste any time, so let's bring out the former President of the United States, the Republican nominee for president, former President Donald Trump.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Notice how she said we don't want to waste time. I want y'all to keep that, put that in the back of your mind right now. Okay, keep that as a tattoo in the back of your mind when she said she don't want to waste time.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe Black district attorneys. You've attacked Black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that...
Look at Trump demeanor already. He like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. She look, I love this. Just keep watching though. She came out just swinging.
They ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking Black supporters to vote for you, why should Black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network.
And there it is. There it is. He flat out just called him out on it right there. She did. I mean, guys, that is, I mean, you don't come out saying, Mr. President Trump, thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Da, 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 da. So we just want to know, how is everything going? You know, we know you had a, you know, the whole world saw you X, Y, and Z, you know, how things been going thus far. Okay. You could have did that a little bit. She came straight in. You had white supremacists at your house. You called me, my God. You said that Black, I mean, man, good night. Now, whether those things are true or not, come on now. A lot of things that they say, we know they're going to take it out of context, just like when they said President Trump said that there are good people on both sides. They're going to take things out of context. And my thing is, too, notice what President Trump is getting ready to say to her right now. I want y'all to pay close attention to what President Trump is about to say to her right now, okay? Check this out.
Terrible network. And I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the Black population of this country. I've done so much for the Black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for Black workers and Black entrepreneurs. I've done so much. And, you know, and I say this, historically Black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke. And I saved them and I gave them long-term financing and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further.
Check that out. Boom. Now, he just hit her with that, right? Now, he's absolutely 100% right. Now, see, she'll take something like, not just her, but let's just say if President Trump went to another event where he was being interviewed by somebody like this that was Black. They would say, you called a Black woman rude. You said that what a Black woman did was disgraceful, how she introduced you in. See what I'm saying? You're going to come with the identity stuff in there to try to get people riled up is what they're going to do, right? That's what they do. And the sad part about this is that Black folks, y'all, listen, if y'all are here, they know that they can typically, and it's sad that they know that they can move y'all with, oh, y'all see how that sister came out? Y'all see what she said to Trump? Oh, you see what she said to Trump? She had that man up there, blah, blah. What did that do, though? What did that do? This man gonna be there for a short hour. If anything, the focus should be on what do you plan on doing for the Black people, Trump? But instead, she does exactly what she's been programmed and trained to do. Come out and attack the man. And look what he just said about HBCUs. Your own so-called Black president didn't do anything for Black, historically Black communities. I mean, historically Black colleges and universities. Barack Obama didn't do anything. And look what he did there. They're not going to say anything like that. You know, they can't. All you got to do is try to push a whole nother narrative. Again, look what you said about Black people. You this, you that. Let me get back into the video, folks. Make sure y'all hit that like button because I'm gonna completely dissect this nonsense.
So, historically Black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke.
Facts.
And I saved them and I gave them long-term financing and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense.
Uh-oh. 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 So what we could have had here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all catching this. So that means he said he was invited there under false pretense because of whether it had been Biden or whatever. He was told that his opponent was going to be there. So he shows up there. His opponent is not there. So all of y'all that's out there, oh, you see what Kamala said? She said President Trump is scared to debate her. She said he backing out. He expected her to be there. That could have, man, this would have been brilliant to have them both on stage so he could call her out in front of her so-called constituents. He could have called her out on her claiming to be black. It would have been the bomb had they had done that. But what did Kamala do? She's not there. She's not there. He came there on false pretense to think that she was going to be on the stage with him too so he could sit there and blast her. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. Let's keep this going.
And then you said you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something
Mr.
was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
if you
it's
can
a
answer
very
the question
nasty
on your
question.
rhetoric and why you
I have
believe that
answered the
Black voters
question.
can trust you with another
I
4
have
years.
been the best president for the Black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President
That's
Johnson,
my
who signed the
answer.
Voting Rights
And
Act.
for you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace. I really do.
Let me just ask.
And that's what I'm talking about. They're going to try to come out and say, President Trump calls a black woman. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to come out and say, President Trump calls a black woman disgraceful. That's what he did. And he's absolutely right. Y'all, I'm just saying, if you have the opportunity to have him come there, you could have came straight at him with what you plan on doing for the black community. But instead, you want to go and push the same old rhetoric. The same old rhetoric. It's typical, right? Typical to do that. I'm just saying, if you know that if I know that you're going to be coming to my area, I want to know, what do you plan on doing for us? It's so funny that y'all can sit there and bash him when he's coming in like that, but then yet y'all are so acceptable to say that Kamala Harris is black. Yeah, anyway, let me get back into the video, folks. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you enjoy the content.
Follow up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as.
There it is. There it is. See what I'm saying? There it is. She served as the first what? Okay, so now here's the thing. I'm glad that she did something here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if y'all caught that. She said Black and Asian. Thank you very much. For those y'all that didn't hear it in the back.
Labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as.
Black and Asian American woman. There you go right there. Biracial. Let's leave it at that. Don't try to sit there and say that Kamala Harris is black. She's not. She's biracial. Plain and simple.
As vice president and be on a major party ticket as a DEI hire.
Pay attention to this, because she thought she had a gotcha moment. Check this out.
Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI?
Boom. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Check this out. This is what I love about a lot of folks, and even some of y'all in here watching right now. Y'all are really good about doing stuff like this. You will call people something and say somebody said something when they ask you, what's your definition? Watch this. She said, you have called, the Republican Party are calling people like Kamala Harris a DEI hire. Would you tell them to stop doing that? And what is your thoughts on this? Let y'all hear it again. Watch what he says to her. I love it.
Those were DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
First of all, President Trump can't tell nobody what to do or what to say. He can't do that. That's what we love about America's Constitution. It's freedom of speech. That's why people were so pissed off when this man stepped forward into the office. You couldn't control what he said. Rosie O'Donnell, she's fat. That's what they said. Red President, y'all remember that? They were like, President Trump, you said that women are ugly or fat or something like that. No, I never said that. Just Rosie O'Donnell. That's what he did. And people got pissed. So what? So again, let me go ahead and get back into the whole DEI thing because I want y'all to pay close attention to this. Pay close attention.
President be on a major party ticket as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Okay.
Yes, he said, how do you define it? Pay attention.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Of that?
Give me a definition. In other words, he said, give me a definition. Give me a definition. Give me an example. You're throwing out, you're throwing out, let me make this screen a little different right here for you guys. You're throwing out DEI and everything. Give me an example. Don't just tell me she DEI. He's like, what is it? Diversity, equity. No, give me a definition. Diversity, equity. No, okay, break those three things down there for me. That's what I'm saying. They won't do it. They can't do it. Because if they do, and you go off of the premises of what they saying it is, you can destroy them with it. But they're not going to do it. Watch. I love it. Typical. And if you got a problem with me pausing it, you can leave and go somewhere else. I'm just telling you.
Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Of that? Give me a definition.
Sir, I'm asking you a question, a
you
very
have to
direct
define
question.
it. Define it for me if you
I
would.
just defined it, sir. Do you
This is what I'm talking about. This y'all. That is what I'm talking about. Completely destroy. You throwing these claims on this man and saying all this, and you throw this out. Republicans are saying DEI, which a lot of Republicans are. I even say a lot of people that's in certain positions are DEI higher. And he wanted her to give him a definition of it. She said diversity, equity, inclusion. She said, okay, well, give me a definition of it. Diversity, no, right, but what's your definition of it? I already answered this. No, you didn't. You just told me what DEI stands for. You gave me the goddamn words for those acronyms. You gave me diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI, but what? Give me the definition of it. She couldn't do it. She could not do it. They don't know. They just know to throw these talking points at people of certain parties. And don't get me wrong. Don't act like both parties don't do it. But I'm just saying, if you throwing some things out there and he said, I want you to tell me what DEI is. And once you tell me what DEI is, we will go from there and do it based off of that. She couldn't do it. Yeah. Okay. Somebody said, I missed it. Can you show me again? I sure will. I'm glad you asked. Here we go.
How do you define it?
Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Of that? Give me a definition.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be pausing this. Listen.
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Of that? Give me a definition.
She said that's literally the words DEI.
Sir, I'm asking you a question, a very direct question.
Define it for me if you would.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a Black woman?
Well, I can.
Now, boom. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's where you're screwed up again. A Black woman. See what I'm saying? See, listen to me. My mentees are in here right now. A lot of them are. These are the tricks I'm telling you that they throw out at us because she throw the term in there, a Black woman. And then what happens is subconsciously you pick up on that thing and saying to yourself, I'm a Black person. She a Black person. Why would he say that about a person like her who looks just like me? Yeah, she might have some of the dang on pigmentation or some of the melanating that you do, but she is not a Black person per se. She is a person that is biracial. But again, this is what people do when they try to get you to side with them. When you are tearing somebody up and beating them in an intellectual conversation or even in a fight, what they would do, they would include somebody else in on it. Well, you can't do that to my brother. Well, she Black just like the rest of us. So why would you say that about a Black person when you know all these other Black people are out there? No, nice try. Nice try. But these are the strategies that they use. And I'm going to show y'all again.
Sir, I'm asking you a question, a very direct question.
Define it for me if you would.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a Black woman?
And by doing something like that, they try to entrap you in. Because what you would try to end up saying is that everybody else that's on the ticket or anything like that, they're only because they are a Black person. Kamala Harris is not a Black person. They're trying to keep you guys away from how she completely destroyed the lives of a lot of Black people, not just when she was a prosecutor in California, But literally, as we are speaking right now, black lives are being destroyed by Kamala Harris, who was supposed to be over the border. These people have poured in here. They went into the neighborhoods where they know a lot of black people are in. They didn't go there on their own demise. They went there because Kamala Harris them sent them there. Look what happened. Kamala Harris will send these people to your black neighborhoods, the so-called disenfranchised, the downtrodden. She will send them to your neighborhoods. But guess what happened when they showed up in Kamala Harris them neighborhoods? They got rid of them immigrants as fast as they could. They got rid of them in one day. Those people didn't get a chance to make a pallet before they sent them back to cities that's ran by Democrats, and they sent them to the lowest areas. And they try to sit there and suppress the videos of black people showing videos of these illegals and a lot of immigrants coming into the neighborhoods, getting into apartment buildings, and people are paying for it on their tax dollars. It's happening up here in Chicago. That's what they do. Oh, we welcome everybody. Everybody should have, but as soon as they show up to their neighborhood, you better get these nasty scoundrels out of here. You better get these commoners out of here. Get these nasty folks out of here. Go put them with the rest of them Negroes. Go put them with the downtrodden Negroes where they all belong. Because guess what? These illegal immigrants are becoming the new black. But you get what I'm saying? Look how she tried to say, do you think that she's only on a ticket because she's black? No, because she's not black. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind. And give me a second here for those of you that are chiming in through the phone. Let me see. Give me a second here to chime in and see what's going on my comment section here. Make sure nobody threw me out any type of super chat so I can give them a shout out or anything like that. The chat seems to be going good. Appreciate you guys all being here. Again, hit that thumbs up button. And then now we probably going to discuss this a little further once this video is over with. All right, here we go.
Well, I can say, no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, Trump, say that again for the people in the back. President Trump, say that again for the people in the back.
Not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black.
Woo! Woo!
Until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know.
Thank you.
Is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
I respect Indian
Listen to what she just said. She has always what? Because we getting ready to show this.
or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black
I
woman. She went to a
respect.
She has all, listen, y'all, and this woman just got done saying at the beginning, listen, at the beginning of this video, that's what I love about stuff like this. At the beginning of this video, this woman out of her mouth said, well, you guys can go in here and look at fact check, and we can fact check it in real time. Well, thank y'all for watching my live stream right now, because guess what? We are about to fact check this in real time based off of what this woman just got done saying. And I'm going to show y'all what she just said. Listen real quick.
So I don't know. Is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black
I
woman. She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
She has always identified as a black woman. Really? Well, let's go into Ty Smith's Instagram page real quick, and we're going to go through my Instagram page, right? And I'm going to show you some things that Ty Smith came across when it came to Kamala Harris. Okay. She has always identified as black, right? Okay.
As the first candidate for vice president of the United States of South Asian descent.
Say what? Can you say what?
So I know how.
Here we go. Can you?
I stand before you as the first candidate for vice president of the United States of South Asian descent.
Huh? What'd she say? Can you imagine? She what again?
I stand before you as the first candidate for vice president of the United States of South Asian descent.
Oh, really? Oh, really? But then, like Trump said, she turned around all of a sudden. She black. Look here. Look at that. Boy, she eating greens and hot sauce. Look at that black woman right there. Look at that black woman, y'all. Look at that. She got that hot sauce, boy. She all of a sudden turned black. She turned black, right? Look at this.
So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact,
Jesus
people
Christ.
asked me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around.
Yeah, she made a pot of greens in the bathtub, right? Let's see what else. Let's check this one out.
Okay, so what we're gonna cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and
Yes, yes. You're what the girl literally said, because you are Indian. Yes, yes, huh? Wait a minute. Hold on.
okay, so what we're gonna cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
Yeah, there it is. And then things kind of took a change, huh? What's this?
But I'm black.
Yes.
And I'm proud of being black.
Absolutely.
And I was born black. I will die black.
Huh. Strange how that happens. Wait a minute. Did y'all not see that? Huh? Strange how that happened. You heard all that, right? You heard all the tone just completely, the tone changed. Huh? I mean, y'all all heard that, right? What happened? She Indian, huh? Then she black, always be black, I'm gonna die black. She is biracial, plain and simple. That's it. But again, the whole purpose of this is even right now, the fact that Trump said he always known her for being Indian, all of a sudden, she's black. She's black when convenient. Exactly. Uh-oh. Watch this. Now look at here. She asked, because you know a lot of people try to get all crazy over this. Listen, look, quit acting like this. What I need. Hey, growing up in the ghetto, like we did, Cabrini Green, Chicago, Central Illinois, Decatur, coming out of that environment to getting where I am in medicine. You know exactly what he meant when he's saying black jobs. People that live in the predominantly black areas in certain jobs, whether it be construction, labor-like jobs, regular jobs, period. I don't care if you're talking about, look, let's see, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, because you ain't gonna be able to pull that bull crap off on me. Whether it, anywhere where a lot of black people are populated, that you know what he's talking about. Because right now, black folks, you know, the news is suppressing. Black folks are complaining right now that is literally what they are doing. They're hiring all these other people and they won't even hire us. I do this. This is what they're complaining about. And y'all act like because Trump said they're coming in and taking black jobs. Oh, look what he said. Oh, I can't believe he said that. What is a black job? You know what a black job is? Y'all don't say that when they say a black vote, do you? Y'all have no smoke when people say something about getting the black vote. What is a black vote? I mean, my ballot look like the same color as a white person ballot. Y'all don't do any of that. But the minute he says black jobs, y'all act like it's something like racist or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and go to work to my black job. But then y'all turn around and say, X, Y, and Z, black vote. I don't get it. It's so stupid. You pick and choose what you want to, like folks out of the Bible. You pick and choose what scripture you want to, you pick and choose what scripture you want that's going to be convenient for the situation you got going on. Plain and simple. Y'all have no smoke when people say things like black vote. What do you mean black vote? Well, I mean, come on, man. Y'all ain't nobody falling for that dumb stuff. Quit trying to make something out of nothing. Let's continue on. Facts. There it is. And watch this. They're not going to have any. I just told y'all how she's allowing this to happen. Now, what y'all don't understand, what do you mean she was there? But she was there. What are you talking about at the right side? So what y'all don't understand, and I'm talking to some of y'all that might be in here, some of my black folks in here. And then you know what? Some of you guys in here, the Negroes, y'all know exactly who you are, that you can't hear nothing, you can't see nothing. All you see, right now, you are so in your emotions right now as a man or as a woman. You are pissed off that I'm giving you a verbal spanking right now, that you're not focusing on the correction I'm trying to provide for you. All you are focusing on is the verbal spanking that I'm giving you. You hit me too hard. Ow, you didn't hit me 5 times. Why you hit me 6 times? You only hit him. You focus on that right now. You are focused on the fact that I'm giving you this verbal spanking instead of sitting back and going, let me see what this man is talking about. Let me see what he's saying. And that's how they expect you to operate. That's how they can keep you in that mental plantation, on that slave plantation forever, because you are just taught to be in your emotions, not listen to logic. What are you talking about, Ty? When Trump said she didn't go to the border, when she did, she went to the right side. Kamala Harris literally went down there to a side that wasn't even close to where the invasion was happening at. Yes. Biden did the same thing. They went to an area. He visited the border. He went to an area where nothing was going on, at a very secure area where they can't even get in. They didn't go to the point of entry where these people are coming in troves. They didn't go there. So nice try. And he's right about that. But what people going to do? Yeah, look, he's going to try to sit there and say that she went, but she didn't went to the, what other part is it? I just told you. Go do your research and look it up instead of being in your emotions and just want to throw out, look at you up there tap dancing. That's all y'all can do. Aren't y'all tired? Y'all got a brochure with y'all to say, this is what you say to an educated black person that knows what he's talking about, that's trying to help you Negroes get off of the mental slave plantation, trying to take you Negroes up north, but y'all see about, they said it up there that there is slavery. No, they say that they don't even got. That's all y'all do. You are Uncle Tom trying to get black people off this here plantation. Now, I can't be going nowheres with you, Ty. I can't be going up north with you. I sure enough not gonna goes up there. They say that when you try to get there, that the white people up there treat you more harshly than us here on the plantation. Down here on this plantation, Massa gives us food stamps. He gives us WIC. He gives us Medicaid. That's what Massa does for us. He feeds us all the innards of the animals. At least he gives us food. He ends up telling us he gives us stuff for our children. I can't be trying to go out there and do stuff for myself, Ty. I can't be doing that now. No. I know it's gonna I know it's not gonna goes up north. We know it's gonna do that. Matter of fact, if you don't get your little black self out of here, nigga, I'm gonna tell Massa that you trying to get the Massa, the Negro here, he tries to get us to take us from you, Massa. Please, Massa. We calls him Uncle Tom, Massa. That's the equivalence of what y'all doing right now. You Uncle Tom. You tap dancer, you coon, you's a bootlicker, boy. Yo, That's the best y'all got. You Negroes on. At least if I grab you by your hand and bring you up north. If y'all not catching on to this, I'm metaphorically speaking. Okay, I'm speaking like in a parable. If I grab you by your hands, Negroes, and I bring y'all up north, and y'all see that you are free and that you able to do what you want to and be what you want to, and ain't nobody looking at you side eye. White folks ain't thinking about you. White folks don't care about you. Y'all still gonna be, I don't know, Ty. I was up here, but why are the white people looking at me? Why is they smiling? Because they saying welcome. Now go and do something with yourself. Well, I can't do nothing without white people. Yes, you can. Well, they tells me that it's systemic racism up here up north. Bro, go do and be what you want to be. Go do it. Well, I don't know. I don't knows what it's like to be free. In fact, I think I'm gonna go back down south where Master Lee's clothes me, he feeds me, some of us are actually working in the house, Ty. We get the stays in the house. Do they get the stays up here? I heard you got to build your own house up here. I heard you got to do your own work in order to earn a living. I'd rather work for free for Master down there as long as he keeps on getting me my essentials. Yeah, that's what some of y'all are doing. You up north and you free. Go be what you want to. Do what you want to. Go be a doctor. Go be a lawyer. Get into medicine. Go do something. But what you would rather do is go back because it's easier to be a victim. It's easier to have everybody do everything for you as long as they keep on giving you bull crap. They're giving you crap. And then you complain about, man, it sure is crazy in these neighborhoods we in. It's crazy. We disenfranchised. Oh, it's crazy. Look at this. We sitting here. We can't even get good schools. Y'all asking for it. We can't even get good drinking water. We can't even get this. We can't even look at our school. They don't even care about us. Look at our neighborhoods. Look at our home. Look, you Negroes keep on voting for it. Y'all literally are asking the dang on slave master to keep y'all there on the plantation when y'all vote for them. Y'all up here want to vote for Kamala because she so-called black. She been with Biden for 4 years. She literally opened the gates to allow these people to come in and make your neighborhoods and everything worse. But then y'all coming, well, I heard that Trump once said that, he said that, what? So again, you Negroes, and I'm not talking to all black people, so don't get offended like I'm talking to all black people, because some of you black people, don't get me wrong. Y'all, we are very intelligent. We are very smart. I'm talking about to the ones who cannot see past that plantation mentality. I bring you up north. You see how free you can be. And when you want to, if you make that decision to go back down and be in the South, don't complain about still being in the goddamn on South then. We can't do nothing. He just keep on giving us all the innards of the animals. We can't do nothing. They still whip on us and beat us. At least they can do is increase our food stamps. They can at least give us better Section 8 choices. They can at least, you keep on asking and voting for it. Then somebody like me who I literally came out of that environment. I came out of being on, matter of fact, we got so bad, we were going around picking cans. Me and my brothers literally were going around picking cans, turning it in for money, just so we can go try to get some food with that, some bread and some freaking bologna. And you think that that's fine to be in an environment like that? You think it's fine to stay in that predicament like that? And then yet I'm being told the reason why you like that because of the white people won't let. Man, y'all, that's the biggest lie in the whole wide world. I can't believe people can't even see past the bull crap. The window or the door to opportunity is open, and a lot of you Negroes are scared to walk through it. I don't know about stepping through that door, Ty, because I heard that whenever Jamal went through that door, he never came back. In fact, Ty, we heard that you never came back. Why would I come back? I found freedom. I found utopia. I found a better life. I found the neighborhoods where when you do make eye contact with people in their neighborhood, they smile and wave while they're walking the dog. I don't have to worry about when I'm going back to the hood and I make eye contact with somebody. Look, man, what the F you looking at, nigga? I don't got to worry about that no more. So when you come over to this side of life and your eyes get opened up to the realities, a lot of black folks that's on the mental plantation, they can't see it. Why? Because they're not up here. And I'm trying to go back and show you and tell y'all, hey, it's different on this side, y'all. No white people are after us. No system is after us. There's good people, black and white. And in fact, there's Indian people here. There's Arabic people here. There's Chinese people here. There's all kind of people here up here on this side, and all of us are doing well. Oh, you just one of them uppity niggas. That's what you is. You just uppity. That's what you are. You a sellout. Because you ain't coming back here and living with the roaches and the mice. Y'all, have you lost your mind? You pissed off at me because I choose not to go back to the hood and live amongst you Negroes in that same environment, and I'm the sellout? Are you even listening to yourself? Nutcases. Anyway, y'all, let's get on with this. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you enjoy the content that I'm putting out. Now, y'all just heard all that, right? Which is absolutely 100% on point. I just got something I just want to ask you guys. And it's real. This is real. This is real simple. It's really simple here. Who are you going to take advice from when it comes to like making money? You're going to take advice from somebody like President Trump, or you're going to take advice from somebody like Biden, or you're going to take some advice from somebody like Kamala Harris. Who are you going to take? I'm not even going to lie to you. If you said, okay, what if President Trump and JD Vance is up there? I will be taking all my financial information from President Trump. Matter of fact, when I met President Trump and all that, President Trump told me some really crazy stuff that I didn't even know about when it came to taxes. And when I went back home, I started itemizing a lot of stuff that I never even know I can even itemize. Never knew it. He's like, you do YouTube. Did you know that anything you use in your area, your studio, your cameras, your tripods, pen and paper? I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know that. And I'm a content creator. I did not know that. He gave me game. Literally gave me game. And here it is. It went from me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think at that, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm not bragging. But I think at one point when it was all said and done, we was owing like $15,000 in taxes. I was. Right? After I didn't even know I can do this. After I itemized that camera, I didn't know you can itemize the amount of time you spend in there, the office. I'm just telling you, I didn't know it. When he broke all that stuff down, they end up owing me. I'm paying like a whole lot less taxes that I never would have known. And the IRS wasn't going to tell me. President Trump told, yes. When I met him in 2020, which a lot of y'all don't know this, but I did when I got invited to the White House, straight gave me game just like that. What the freaking heck? So I'm saving a ton of much money. I'm actually, now the IRS has been consistently owing me for years. I've been paying out taxes, having no idea that all this stuff can be itemized and different things like that. Trips I take, hotels I stay in, the food I eat while I'm on a hotel, the gas I spent while going to the hotel. If I got an oil change, I did not even know this stuff. He told me this. So who am I going to take financial advice from, let alone somebody that's just making money off of pandering? Oh, but see, it's easy to pimp black people that way. See, churches do it all day long. Just say something to make them feel good. Say something that's going to make them, oh, and you get them in their emotions, get them all roused up, and they'll throw money at you. But yet you got somebody trying to give you real legit game. Anyway, let's continue on with this. See, listen to me, guys. Somebody said live has no sound. Let me check with my folks over here. Everybody that's in this thing right here, you guys can all hear, right? I'm talking to you guys right there. I'm talking to my people that are in here who, like I'm getting ready. I'll show y'all. You said you can't hear the video. I got y'all. Appreciate it. I got y'all. Let's see if y'all can hear it now. So she asked about immunity, and we're going to go back to it.
Been charged with another question
Yes,
that is also impacting Black
And that's very clear now. Good.
I'm sorry?
It's very clear. I hear you.
Okay. So Sonia Massey, someone from Illinois, an unarmed Black woman, was shot the other day in her home by a deputy sheriff. The deputy has since been charged with murder. You've said police would get immunity from prosecution if you win. Why should someone like that officer have immunity?
Now, that's a very, very good question. And it gives President Trump a chance to expound on what he means by immunity. Because what happens, Black people, listen to me. What happens is this. Somebody that y'all might respect, that y'all might look up to, that you set them up as a type of pinnacle in your mind, you rely on that person to be your source. I tell people all the time, even with me, not that I would never lie to you guys about stuff. But I always tell you guys, don't I? Those of you that have been with me for a while, don't I tell you guys, don't believe me, go look it up yourself. Because when you look it up for yourself, you do exactly what the Bible says. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Make is a process. Like when you make a cake, it's a process. The truth is going to make you free. You're going to see the processes to get to the truth, and you're going to be free of any type of doubt, right? So what I'm saying this for is this. Black people, too often we've done this. Somebody that we put up at the pinnacle in our head, whether it be a friend, a pastor, a celebrity, you rely on them because you, let's just keep it real, you didn't go and research and stuff yourself, so you rely on them to be the truth for you, is what you do. So what people have done with Trump, when Trump says he's going to give the police officers federal immunity, that means they're going to be able to kill us and not even have no, come, you really think that's what that means? Do you? Well, my friend told me that Trump means that Trump when anytime the police them do something wrong, they gonna be able to just get up. They can just go around and shoot us and nothing even happened to them. That's what y'all rolling with without even actually going and researching and looking up to see what it even means by that. And no matter what, he's getting ready to answer, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I know what a lot of you guys are gonna do. That's why I'm here to dissect it and teach you how to think through this stuff. Okay, let's go.
In your opinion?
Immunity?
Immunity.
I don't know the exact case, but I saw something, and it didn't look good to me. It didn't look good to me. Are you talking with the water, right?
Yeah. Well, police unions are not backing this person either. Okay. But again, why would
they're going to be charging the officer? I guess they're charging the officer.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not. I mean, it depends. It depends on what happens. I'm talking about people that are much different cases than that. We need.
You hear that, y'all? Did you hear that? He answered so quick that people just waiting on it. He answered it quickly. Hey, Ty, you sitting in the chair? Yeah. Anyway, whenever I was going to do X, Y, Z, y'all didn't hear the yeah anyway part. All right, I answered your question. So watch.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not.
He might not. See, it's giving you answers to his whole overall premises of this whole immunity thing. He said, well, he might not. So in this case, if it was in play right now, he's saying he might not receive it. Why is that, President Trump?
I mean, it depends. It depends on.
See what I'm saying? I'm trying to look. I'm going to do it for y'all again.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not.
He might not receive immunity, President Trump. Why is that, President Trump? Listen.
I mean, it depends.
Oh, it depends, huh? So look, no, this how you need to understand how to engage in conversation and listen. President Trump, why should he receive immunity? Well, he might not receive immunity. Why is that, President Trump? Well, because that depends. It depends on what, President Trump? Let him answer.
Depends on what happens. I'm talking about people.
It depends on what happens. The situation.
People that are much different cases than that. We need people to protect ourselves. And
y'all get it? He just answered it. It depends on the situation. I'm not saying they're going to get immunity just because they're cops. It's going to depend on what it is, what they did, et cetera, et cetera. He literally just answered. And now he's about to expand upon it some more.
By the way, in Chicago, as an example, a few weeks ago, July 4th weekend, they had 117 shootings and 17 deaths. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back. In this particular case, I saw something that didn't look good to me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
So can you get a little more specific back to the immunity question? Who would make those
well, right now, for the most part, people are protected by their unions, by their police unions, or by their police departments. But I'm saying if I felt, or if a group of people would feel that somebody was being unfairly prosecuted because the person did a good job, maybe with crime, or made a mistake, an innocent mistake. There's a big difference between being a bad person and making an innocent mistake. But if somebody made an innocent mistake, I would want to help that person.
What would those exceptions be? What would determine
You
an
go
innocent
after
mistake?
somebody and it's a very close call and it's very dangerous. And, you know, they have the policeman's life and woman is a very difficult thing because sometimes you have less than a second to make a, you know, life and death decision. And sometimes very bad decisions are made. They're not made from an evil standpoint, but they're made from the standpoint of they made a mistake.
So I want to follow up really quickly. You know, I find it interesting because you do talk about reining in prosecutors, especially when it comes to prosecutors that are prosecuting you. Why doesn't that skepticism apply to law enforcement?
Well, I've been prosecuted because I'm a political opponent of two people that have weaponized our justice system. I've been prosecuted. I just won the big case in Florida. Everyone said that was the biggest case. That was the most difficult case. And I just won it. Now, Biden has a similar case, except much worse. I was protected under the Presidential Records Act. Biden wasn't because he wasn't president at the time.
Nobody's talking about that, though. See, okay, what is he talking about? I know y'all want to skim over, but I'm not going to let y'all do that. Y'all remember the whole thing that happened when he got raided in Mar-a-Lago? They said President Trump had those classified documents. He wasn't supposed to have it. They made a big deal of it. Look what he's doing with those. They try to take pictures of it, like make it seem like he just had it just irresponsibly just hanging out somewhere. He had it locked up and he had proof of it. President Biden, had classified documents when he was not the president. And President Trump just saying, look, y'all do know that classified document case against him was thrown out because he did nothing wrong, they found. How come they're not saying that about Biden? Why aren't they saying that about the fact that how come every news network goes, guys, President Trump, the court ruled in his favor that he did nothing wrong and it wasn't against the Constitution what he did, but we just gonna skim. Y'all know that they're trying to, y'all not know and not see right now that they're slowly. I mean, God, y'all, who's the president right now? Can I ask y'all? Y'all forgot, didn't y'all? It's amazing that in the manner of a week, the whole freaking nation seemed to forget that President Biden is still the president right now. People think that y'all, I'm serious, your brains have switched into thinking that Kamala Harris is running things. Where is Biden at, y'all? Can y'all tell me where President Biden is? How come President Biden ain't been nowhere, going nowhere? Has it not been 5 days now? Because you do notice the new standards. I'm telling you, y'all work in medicine. I'm in medicine. The new standard is a week. If even that, if you don't have no bad symptoms, your symptoms are mild, you're not having any type of issues or anything like that, you're pretty much, Biden should have been good to go 3 to 4 days. Where is Biden at right now? How can we not hear about where he at, where he's speaking at, what he's doing? We're not hearing about it. Why? Because they got y'all focused on this Biden. They got you focused on this Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump thing. But we forgetting about Biden. What is he doing? Huh? Oh, we forgetting about President Biden with his classified documents. Because guess what? Something's going to come up. It's going to make you all forget about it. Things are going to happen that you're going to completely forget. Who cares? He already dropped out. We don't want to go after him now. I hope that no matter what, if President Trump do become president, I hope they still keep these cases open and go after him for doing the same exact thing that he accused Trump of doing. And not only that, Mike Pence did the same thing. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. It didn't cost y'all nothing. Let's keep it going.
And he had 50 years worth of documents, and they ruled that he was incompetent, and therefore he shouldn't stand trial. And I said, isn't that something? He's incompetent, and he can't stand trial, and yet he can be president. Isn't that nice?
Mr. President,
but they released him on the basis that he was incompetent. They said he had no memory, and he was a nice old guy, but he had no memory, and therefore we're not going to prosecute him. I won the case, and it got very little publicity. I didn't notice ABC doing any publicity on it.
Got her.
We cover you extensively, sir. I'd love to move over on to
I didn't notice you do any publicity on it at all. I won the case, the biggest case. This is an attack on a political opponent. I have another one where
sir,
I have a hostile judge.
We have you for a limited time, sir. I'd love to move on to different topics.
No, excuse you. You're the one that held me up for 35 minutes. Just so you understand.
If we can move on now to the state of the race, sir, I want to get back to the campaign.
Let me. You know what I'm going to do. Wait a minute. Did President Trump did he just make this statement racist? Hold on. Did he just make this statement racist? Y'all know what y'all do, black folks. Watch this.
Where
sir,
I have a hostile judge.
We have you for a limited time, sir. I'd love to move on to different topics.
No, excuse you. You're the one that held me up for 35 minutes.
Did he just say, look, he said to a black woman, you the one that held me up for 35 minutes. See, there he go with that racist talk. Black people always late. Then y'all gonna, you know this what y'all gonna do. What he trying to say? Why he had to say it to her? Oh, because he said you held me up for 35 minutes. He said it to a black woman. And you know what he trying to say, y'all? Underneath a slide of words, he pretty much saying that black people late. This is what y'all gonna do. Not only was she late, but like he said, you did this on false pretenses because he thought that his opponent was going to be there. Y'all didn't tell that man that Kamala Harris them are not going to be there until he was getting ready to land. How convenient. Anyway, let's get back into this.
Just so you understand.
If we can move on now to the state of the race, sir, I want to get back to the campaign. Senator J.D. Vance is your running mate. He's had a lot of controversy lately, and I want to read you a few things that he has said in the past. He said the Democrats running the country are a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. He's not talking here about how great it is to be a parent. He's attacking what he says are the choices people are making to not have children. Did you know that he had these views about people who do not have children before you picked him to be your running mate? And do you agree with him?
No, I know this. He is very family oriented and he thinks family is a great thing. That doesn't mean he thinks that if you don't have a family, it's not. I know people with families. I know people with great families. I know people with very troubled families. And I also know people with no families. They didn't meet the right person. Things happen. You go through life, you don't meet the right person.
But he's not just talking about families here. He also says that people that don't have children should get less votes than those that do.
I'm just speaking for myself.
Is that your campaign
I think
position?
I'm speaking for him too. He strongly believes in family, but I know people with great families. I know people with not great families that don't have a family. And the people without the family are far better. They're superior in many cases, okay? He's not saying they're not. What he's saying is that he thinks the family experience is a very important thing. It's a very good thing. But that doesn't mean that if you grow up and you grow older and you don't meet somebody that would be wonderful to meet and would have been good, that that's a bad thing. He's not saying that. My interpretation, you'll have to ask him actually, but my interpretation is he's strongly family oriented, but that doesn't mean if you don't have a family, there's something wrong with it.
Just one last point and then we'll move on. Just one of the bedrock principles of American life is one person, one vote. Senator J.D. Vance has suggested that someone who has children should have more votes than a person who does not have children. I just want to be clear here. Is that the position of your campaign?
Well, no, but it's not something I have ever heard before. I can tell you this. Right now you have illegal aliens coming into our country, many from prisons and many from mental institutions, and they want to give them votes. I don't think they should have votes. They came into our country illegally, and they're taking the vote away from all of the people in this room that have been here a long time, that have worked hard, that in many cases, and you'll see this happening, if I'm not elected, you're going to see it happen. If I am, you're not going to have any problem. But you're going to see it happening a long time. You're going to see the people in this room and people outside of this room are going to be losing their jobs, the people that have come into this country illegally.
Mr. President, can we stay with just kind of the state of the race right now? Because I felt like that vice president question,
she getting killed.
Candidate question was right in there with that. So let's talk about J.D. Vance for a little bit. He's had some stumbles out of the gate. I don't know if you're hearing what we hear as reporters, but it's been a tough couple of weeks for him. Why did you choose J.D. Vance?
Why
did you choose him? And I'm having a hard time hearing too.
I chose him
everybody out there can, but it's hard.
I'll tell you why. I chose him because he's a very strong believer in work and the working man.
Y'all find it ironic? Do y'all find it strange that when it comes to Harris asking President Trump questions and all that, he can't hear her? Y'all don't find that strange? I know. It's just, I know. And
woman, and especially the working man and woman who have been treated very unfairly, because you have many of them in this room, but you have many of those people, they were treated very unfairly. They worked very hard and they were treated unfairly. He wrote the book that became a bestseller. The movie became a smash hit. He's a very smart guy without the benefit of having a family that has contacts, like a father that was well connected. He got into Yale Law School. He graduated in 2 years from Ohio State, summa cum laude. I mean, you take a look at you know, his career has been an amazing career. He started off at a level with a difficult family situation, very difficult with the mother and father and everything else. He ends up going to Yale Law School and was one of the top students, became the head of the law journal. I mean, that's an amazing thing. He's a 4-year, he was in the military with great distinction for 4 years, got out, went into business, became successful in business, very successful in business, actually, did public offerings and other things. And I have to believe in that. I mean, he's somebody that was born in a rough situation. Most of the people know that situation because it was very well documented in his book. And I have a lot of respect for somebody that can get into Yale and become one of the best students in Yale, that meets a young woman at Yale who was also outstanding, and they get married, they have a beautiful family. But he had he's made himself an amazing life. He then goes to Ohio, lives in Ohio, and he had my endorsement. That helped. But he wins the Senate. He becomes a United States Senator. So he's a United States Senator.
So,
So Harris, like I respect you for your success, I respect people for their success.
the reason I asked the question is because the last time you and I sat and talked was the day that you were shot. We'd been together for much of that day. You left to go to Butler, Pennsylvania, and we didn't know what was next.
Yeah.
And 2 days after that,
I cannot understand your microphone.
I know
so
it is really hard for me to understand.
It's just,
you
I can understand you perfectly.
because she's closer.
I can understand you.
Happy to hear that, sir.
But I can't
Really happy to hear
understand,
that.
Harris,
I have a few more questions.
because of the distance, and the mics are really in lousy shape, but I cannot understand
So,
Are you asking a question?
what you're saying. Go
so
ahead.
what I wanted to say was the last time we spoke, you said some words that were prophetic because I asked you who you wanted to choose for vice president.
Yeah.
And you said normally it really wouldn't matter what they would bring, you choose somebody that you think has a future, that sort of thing. But you said these words.
Pausing it really quick here for those of you that are tuning in via mobile. If you got into my live and it's mobile and you just saw me do like this, I'm pretty much telling you guys to hit the thumbs up button. The 500, if you were in a stream right now where there's 550 some people in here, if you were on the phone, you got to click the 3 dots. And when you click those 3 dots, it should allow you to hit the thumbs up button. I'm not talking about hitting the heart, but it's a thumbs up button that you should be hitting. If y'all would hit that for me, I really appreciate it. Okay, let's keep it going.
3.5 hours before an attempted assassination on your life, you told me that bad things happen, Harris, and that's why this decision is important this time. Bad things happen. You said it twice. When you look at J.D. Vance, is he ready on day one?
Does he what?
Ready on day one, if he has to be.
I've always had great respect for him, and for the other candidates too. But I will say this, and I think this is well documented. Historically, the vice president, in terms of the election, does not have any impact. I mean, virtually no impact. You have 2 or 3 days where there's a lot of commotion as to who, like you're having it on the Democrat side, who it's going to be. And then that dies down, and it's all about the presidential pick. Virtually never has it mattered. Maybe Lyndon Johnson mattered for different reasons of what we're talking about, not for vote reasons, but for political reasons, other political reasons. But historically, the choice of a vice president makes no difference. You're voting for the president, and you can have a vice president who's outstanding in every way, and I think JD is. I think that all of them would have been, but you're not voting that way. You're voting for the president. You're voting for me. If you like me, I'm going to win. If you don't like me, I'm not going to win.
I'm going to get my JD Vance question in.
JD Vance?
I'm going to get my JD Vance
Sure.
question in. To your point and to Rachel's point, he, has a lot of opinions about childless women like myself or divorced people like yourself. Do you think, well, I mean, my point
but at
is
least
here.
it was said in a friendly manner.
My point is,
Hold on, let me wait. Hold on, what did I miss there? That sounded different.
people like yourself have opinions about childless women like myself or divorced people like yourself. Do you think, well, I mean, my point
but at
is
least
here.
it was said in a friendly manner.
Wait, was she talking to Trump or was she talking to the woman next to her? You know what I mean? What? Hey guys, I mean, I'm not the brightest person in the world, but was she talking to Trump or was she talking to the girl next to her? Because she did her hand like this. I don't know if she's talking about Trump or that girl right there, but maybe she's talking to Trump because I'm like a divorced person like yourself. Sis got a little slick with that. I think she's talking to Trump.
Women like myself or divorced people like yourself. A lot of opinions about childless women like myself or divorced people like yourself.
That's a big difference. He's married. She didn't say once divorced or nothing like that. She said divorced. It made it seem like he's divorced right now. But anyway, let's keep it going.
Do you think women like myself or divorced people like yourself? Do you think, well, I mean, my point
at
is
least
here.
it was said in a friendly manner.
My point is, do you think the Republican Party is getting a little bit too judgy about people's lives when you think about abortion or when you think about what J.D. Vance is saying?
I don't think, look, I think that the Democrat Party is really the one that has the problem. I think they're radical on abortion because they're allowing abortion in the 9th month. They're allowing the
But I think it's
they're
about
allowing
freedom,
the
right?
death of a baby after the baby is
Woo!
born based on
Sir, that's
Now, this, my friends, is where I have a problem. Did y'all catch that? Did you guys catch that? Like, did you actually catch that? Because that was a bold statement right there. Listen to this.
But I think it's
they're
about
allowing abortion because they're allowing abortion in the 9th month.
Stop. Trump just said they are allowing abortion in the 9th month. And her response to Trump saying they are allowing, and if you don't know this, I work, and I'm not going to say, just put it like this. I work across several different medical facilities and hospitals in 5 different states. And I can tell you with a surety, they do allow it, late term abortion. You can sit there and say, no, they don't. Yes, they 100% absolutely do. You can sit there and try to deny, well, I never heard. Of course you haven't. You know, there once was a time when y'all lunatics and some of y'all deniers, y'all were saying things like, they don't cut babies up in small pieces. They don't do that until some videos got leaked and y'all got to see it. Well, that don't mean nothing because that don't mean that the baby is a person. That's what y'all do. When you get shown the truth, you always like to, yeah, but y'all were saying it. People were saying, look, nurses, doctors, I mean, y'all, when I was going through school, we knew this was happening. Like, that's how they get rid of babies. They do that and take them out by pieces. That's all a lie. Because I saw the stuff myself. It's not pretty, y'all. It's not pretty at all. Anyway, y'all didn't believe that. And then when the truth came out, y'all seen videos. Well, I mean, don't mean the baby feel anything. And then we showed y'all proof through camera that when they went inside and they was touching the baby with a hairline type object, the baby would flinch or the baby would move. It would move. It felt sensory. For y'all to say they don't feel anything, we showed y'all that. Well, the baby is not conscious and not a person or anything like that. Y'all just keep on going no matter what. So when he said that they do late term abortion, they do. Flat out, they do. And then if y'all seen that, well, that don't mean nothing because the baby really don't know that it's a baby. And I guess whenever a child don't even know they're a child until they're at least around 5 years old when they actually become conscious of a person. Y'all crazy. Y'all are absolutely crazy. Anyway, again, notice that Trump said this. I'm going to go back a little bit and I'm going to pause it again. I'm going to let y'all hear what she said. Listen.
The problem. I think they're radical on abortion because they're allowing abortion in the 9th month.
They're allowing abortion in the 9th month. Watch her reaction.
They're allowing the
But
death.
I think it's
They're
about
allowing
freedom,
the
right?
death of.
She said, but I think that's about freedom. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah. Yeah, I told y'all, I got some of the smallest ears in the world. Matter of fact, if I'm looking directly at y'all, you can't even see my ears. Can you? Don't sit there and say you can because you can't. The only way you can see my little bitty ears is if I turn sideways. I got some little ears. I probably was a preemie and everything else grew except for my ears. But I'm keen on to listening to stuff because I really want the truth. If there's a line in there, I'm going to go and look it up. He said in the 9th month, they're allowing, this to happen. And her response to that was, but that's freedom. A baby at 9 months. Yeah, but that's freedom. That's what she said. That's not what she said, Ty. Yes, it is. I'll go back and let y'all hear it for yourself.
They're allowing abortion in the 9th month. They're allowing the
But
death.
I think it's
They're
about
allowing
freedom,
the death of a
But I think that's about freedom, right? Anyway,
baby after the baby is born, based on
Sir,
the
that's
governor of
illegal in
Virginia.
every state in the
That's-
country.
Based on the governor of
Executing
Virginia,
a
they're
baby in
allowing the
every
death
state
of
in
the
country
baby
is illegal.
after it's born. They're
It's a
allowing
crime.
abortions in the 8th and 9th month.
Well,
of
Democrats
pregnancy.
have denied.
I think they're right. And I think the Republican Party is actually much less. I think I've made them much less radical, perhaps. But the Republican Party, what we're doing is bringing it back to the states where everybody wanted it. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservative, everybody wanted abortion brought back. They didn't want Roe v. Wade in the federal government. They wanted it. Everybody.
But the
wanted
majority
it
of
back.
Americans oppose
Excuse
Roe
me.
v. Wade being
They,
overturned.
they
Multiple
don't know
polls have showed
about
that,
this.
sir.
Right now, they're voting. It brought it back to the states. Now, I happen to believe in the 3 exceptions. Ronald Reagan believed with rape, incest, life of the mother. I do. I think most people do. I think most Republicans do also. But if you take
so you listen to what he just said. Listen to what he just said. His reasons and what he said is that, for one, for this, what y'all don't understand. The fact that they're saying they're putting this back at the state's discretion. What's wrong with that? You want the federal government just to have their hand over everything. No. You need to understand, we don't want more government, folks. See the shirt? See the shirt? Huh? We the people. There will be no we the people if y'all want the government to have access and have power over everything we do. You see how they're trying to have something to do over everything that we even say. So he's saying we putting the power back in the states. Yes, let us as individual states decide on what to do. And there's some states that everybody voting, they all cool with it. They're cool with it. They're cool with abortions up to late term. They're cool with it. But you need to listen to what he actually is saying. And this so interested me that whenever they was trying to get him with the aha with JD Vance, they let him talk and go on without interrupting. The minute he's trying to, y'all know throughout this whole time, the minute he's trying to answer very important questions that are very important to Black people, white people, Hispanic people, period. Women, and particularly in this case, women, questions that are, look, knows how they keep on trying to jump in and cut them off. That's crazy. Anyway, so again, pay attention to what's being said.
Ronald Reagan believed with rape, incest, life of the mother.
Y'all were going in on Trump. Well, what if the mother is, what if it's about, even though that's so rare, very rare, y'all were going in on Trump. So if a person raped me, then that means I can't even, so if a person, if my uncle did something to me, if y'all were making it seem like he was for that. Like Trump won't even let us go and get this done. He just told y'all the biggest 3 reasons why he would say, yes, incest, rape, the mother's health being at risk. He just gave you the answer, but that ain't what he mean. He ain't really saying that. Come on, my God. Y'all don't want, that's the thing. Y'all don't want the truth. That's all it is. You don't want the truth. You rather just stay a victim and just keep on crying, boo-hoo, Trump wrong, orange man bad.
I do. I think most people do. I think most Republicans do also. But if you take a look, right now they're doing, it's an amazing thing. Out of the federal government, it's in states, and people are voting. And I will say, Ohio is, let's call it a more liberal version, has been approved. Kansas, the same thing, a little bit surprising to a lot of people. But the people are now voting. And it's taking this issue that's been going on for 52 years and has torn our country apart, and it's giving it to the people to vote on. And they're voting. And many states have already voted. Others are in the process of voting.
Did you hear that? He literally just, I told you guys what was just said. Did you hear him? Or are you too much in your feelings still? He said we giving it back to the states. Back to who? The people. Who? Y'all pissed off because the man is putting the power. Y'all are so close-minded that you don't even understand that he's literally telling you. He's literally pretty much giving us and showing you what our Constitution is about. Giving it to we the people. We the people. We the people. He said to give it back to the states in which the people are going to make the choice for what they should do in those cases, state by state. But some of y'all don't even understand. You up here, you talk about oppression. You talk about the system. You talk about all this, but yet You want the whole system, to be over every last state to say what you can and cannot do with your body. Yet at the same time, y'all making him out like he's the one telling y'all what you can and can't do with your body. When he's sitting there saying, I'm giving it to the state in which the people, you idiots, some of y'all that don't understand this, he's telling you the power will be in your hands to decide. You don't even want me to. You're not even listening because somebody is telling you what to think. Somebody is telling you what to say. Somebody is telling you how to respond. They're telling you what to eat. They're telling you what to drink. They're telling you that fat is not fat. They're telling you that a man is a woman and a woman is a man. They're telling you that up is down and down is up. Y'all not even listening. This is what I'm saying. Look, if y'all don't even know this, I am not, for one. I tell you all the time, folks, you're not gonna box me. Ty Smith will not be boxed by anybody. You're not going to make me out to be a Democrat. You're not going to make me out to be an independent. You're not going to make me out to be a Republican. You're not going to make me out to be a conservative. You're not going to make me out to be a liberal. I'm just a dude that's listening to stuff right here, just like y'all are. I'm not nobody that you're going to be able to talk to me in a certain way. You're going to give me any preconceived judgments. None of that. It's not going to work on somebody like me. Try it on somebody that's easily and gullible. It won't work on me. It won't work on me. Let's keep going.
And it's bringing it back to the people and a vote of the people.
What? Huh? Who, President Trump?
Others are in the process of voting, and it's bringing it back to the people and a vote of the people. And it's not at all radical. And it's bringing it back to the people and a vote of the people.
But that's not what he really mean. That's not what he really mean. He just saying that right now.
And it's not at all radical. And again, you have to follow your heart. I happen to believe in the three exceptions. Most people believe in the three exceptions. Most Republicans believe in the exceptions. But they don't want to see an abortion in the 9th month or the 8th month. Almost everybody agrees to that.
That's sad that he even have to say almost everybody agrees to that. Let me tell y'all something. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 8th or 9th month, this is what I want y'all to, you know what I want to do? I would love, matter of fact, I might do this. I might call a few of my folks, and I want to have a bill passed in the 5 states that I abide in. I would like to try to see if we can get a bill passed that we can make abortion procedures a part of sex education. Don't y'all agree to that? Put a 1 if you think that abortion procedures showing real live abortions should be a part of sex education. Put a 2 if you don't think so. And if you put a 2, I get why you wouldn't. But I'm just saying this, and just go with me here. Go with me here. Again, some of y'all say you didn't hear me. Put a number 1 if you think that showing the procedure of abortion should be a part of sexual education. Put a number 2 if you don't think that it should. Because me personally, I think that abortion should be a part of sex education. And here's why. So you can literally see what goes on. Show what go. Y'all like to show, y'all pretty much like to show the kids pretty much soft porn. It ain't even soft porn no more. Y'all like to have books out there, queer, like that, and showing these kids other boys doing things on boys. Y'all want to show all that? Why don't you show y'all like to show birth control and everything, right? Y'all talk about contraceptives, y'all talk about condoms. I was in the freaking 5th grade when they came in there putting condoms on bananas, showing us that that's how you would put it on your own penis and all this stuff like that. That's what they did with us in school in 5th grade. You would do all that. Why won't you show that in health education in school? Show an abortion. Show those 5th and 6th graders a little baby arm coming out. You can see a little itty bitty hand. Show a whole forearm being ripped out of a woman's vajayjay. Show that. Show it all on the little dish on the plate. You can notice a head. You can see an arm so tiny. Show that. Why not? Why not? Because you know good and well, unless you are a sick individual, that any kid that sees a little tiny individual being ripped apart, torn apart, crushed, and pulled out, nobody's going to be able to look at those abortion videos and pictures and be like, you know what? There's definitely something I want to do. There's definitely something. How could you even do that? People don't even like to look at their own poop when it comes out, let alone you knowing, because you know why? It will humanize you. You sitting there and seeing that little thing that came out of you with those little arms, little fingers, little legs, little body, it came out of you. That would make you human. You wouldn't be able to look at that and say, it's nothing but a clump of cells. It doesn't have a conscience. There's no way you will be able to do that. Unless you are a sick individual, I believe that there is no way you would be able to do that. I'm sorry. So anyway, let's continue on, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all responding so promptly.
And they certainly don't want to see, in the case of the governor of Virginia, the former governor, I might add, who said, we set the baby aside and then we decide what to do. Meaning, what do? We execute the baby. That's a radical, horrible position.
Facts.
And some people want that. I don't want it. Most people don't.
Thank you. Can I just pivot really quickly to another question about, you brought up health, Harris. You're an active man. We see you golfing all the time. But if you win, you'll still be president at 82, which is older than Biden is right now.
But not mentally. Look, mentally.
Here's the question.
He's shot. But most people, I know many people in their 80s and their 90s that are in great shape. Some of our greatest leaders. You look at throughout the world history, the greatest leaders, some of the greatest leaders in the world were in their 80s.
But here's the question. Would you consider stepping down if you felt that your health was declining? Or would you?
Oh, absolutely.
And who would
I think I'd know.
How would you make that decision?
I think I'd know. Look, if I came onto a stage like this and I got treated so rudely as this woman treated
Oh my goodness.
me, and I'm fine with it because she was very rude, sir. Very rude. That wasn't a question. She didn't ask me a question. She gave a statement. That wasn't a question.
I repeated your statement, sir, actually.
You said you would. You would.
Oh,
make that
absolutely.
decision
If I
to step
thought
down.
that I was failing in some way, I want people to be sharp. I'll go a step further. I want anybody running for president to take an aptitude test, to take a cognitive test. I think it's a great idea. And I took 2 of them and I aced them.
Well,
I took 2 of them. But let me ask you, I would like to have people running for president. And I don't mean because they're 75 or 85. I think anybody running, I'd like to do it. People say it's not constitutional.
It should. I know it's not constitutional, but I agree with him on this. You should take a cognitive test.
I'd like to have something passed where you can do it. I think we should know. I mean, I've watched what's happened in the last couple of years under this gentleman, and our country is a mess. We have inflation. We have the millions of people falling in. We have Afghanistan, which was the worst, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. What he has done to our country, and her too, what they've done to our country, she has been a horrible vice president. She's considered the worst vice president in the history of our country.
Don't mean to interrupt you, but would you consider taking the cognitive test?
Mr. President.
I would love to
and
do
make
it.
it public.
Well, I've already taken 2 of them, but I'll do it again.
Mr. President, how do you intend to?
I suggested, Harris, that let's take one. I said, Joe and I will go and take a cognitive test. Now, I'd do it with her too. I would do it with her also. You know what? She failed her law exam. She didn't pass her law exam, so maybe she wouldn't pass the cognitive test.
Mr. President,
Are you saying she wouldn't pass? Just to be clear,
I'm just giving you the facts.
to be clear, you don't think
I'm
Harris?
just
how do you
giving you the
intend,
facts. She
and
didn't
look,
pass her bar exam, and she didn't think she would pass it, and she didn't think she was going to ever pass it. And I don't know what happened. Maybe she passed it.
She did pass it.
There's a
She
man
did-
over
she
here. I
did in
think
fact pass
he
it.
must work. for
Mr.
her.
President, I would love to ask you about January 6th. You've called yourself the candidate of law and order.
Yeah.
When Time Magazine asked you if you would consider pardoning all the rioters, you said, yes, absolutely.
Sure.
You called them patriots. 140 police officers were assaulted that day. Their injuries included broken bones. At least one officer lost an eye. One had 2 cracked ribs, 2 smashed spinal discs. Another had a stroke. Were the people who assaulted those 140 officers, including those I just mentioned, patriots who deserve pardons?
Well, let me bring it back to modern day, like about.
Let's y'all. This is a good question because he did say that, but you have to listen to a reason why he said he would do this. Okay, listen, but folks don't want to do that. All you heard was him say, "Sure, yes." See, look at that. He about to listen to all the people that. No, because everybody that was there during January 6th, they were all not the same. They all did not. And let me tell y'all something else. For this so-called thing about them losing an eye, being hit, look at the real footage. The police them instigated a lot of that. They were told to do some of this stuff. And a lot of them weren't even police officers. They were a lot of federal agents. And that's been proven. They were literally escorted into the place. Now, again, anybody that tore up, breaking glass, some of those regular citizens, those, don't get me wrong, y'all, don't act like everybody that's on the Republican side are just all normal people. If there were some people that was breaking windows, doing things like that, they should rightfully so be prosecuted, right? But if they are being smacked around by police and then y'all just see a video of their response of hitting the police officer back or hitting them with something, all they're going to show you is them hitting the police officer. They're not going to show you police officers hitting them first. That's what I'm saying. Show the full video. Show the full context. Don't just show us no little clips here and there. Don't do that. But that's what they do, a lot of folks, because they know that a lot of you idiots are gullible. Show you a clip and y'all just roll with it. Keep it going.
5 days ago, we had an attack on the Capitol, a horrible attack on the Capitol. You saw the people that were protesting and spraying these incredible monuments, bells, lions, all these magnificent limestone and granite with red paint, red spray paint that will never actually come off, especially in the limestone. It will never, I'm a builder, I know about this stuff. It'll never, you'll see it in 100 years from now. They viciously attacked our government. They fought with police. They fought with them much more openly than I saw on January 6th. What's going to happen to those people? What's going to happen to the people in Portland that destroyed
But sir, my
that
question
city?
is on those.
What's going to happen to
My
the
question
people
is
that
on
tried
those
to burn
rioters who assaulted
Excuse me.
officers.
You have to
Would
ask,
you pardon
what's
those
going to
people?
happen? Oh, absolutely, I would.
You
If
would
they're
pardon
innocent,
those?
If they're innocent, I would pardon them.
There it
They've been
is.
And by the way, the Supreme Court just well,
Look at that. There it is. See, this is what happened. Listen to this. This is how gullible people are. This is crazy.
Pardon
what's
those
going to
people.
happen? Oh, absolutely, I would.
He said he would, but watch.
You
If
would
they're
pardon those?
innocent- If they're innocent, I would pardon them.
There it is. If they are innocent, how can y'all not understand? How can y'all not understand it? Some of you guys that are in this chat, especially through the phone, how can y'all not understand that? Now, out of that, did y'all hear her? Did you hear him say he's going to pardon all of them? He said, yes, if they are innocent. Y'all didn't hear that. All y'all heard was a yes. See, look at that. He about to let all of them out. He about to know. He said, if they are innocent. But y'all not going to hear that, though, because y'all used to have a selective hearing. That's all.
They've been convicted.
And by the way, the Supreme Court just they were convicted by a very tough system. How come the people that tried to burn down Minneapolis, how come the people that took over a large percentage of Seattle, how come nothing happened to them? How come the
But
people
sir, we're
that,
talking about
how
people
come
that
the
were
people-
seen
no,
beating
We're
officers
talking
with
about federal
flagpoles,
buildings.
dragging them down the stairs. They're on
They
video. Have you seen that
Really?
video,
Oh,
sir?
really? Well, they
You would
shot.
pardon those? You would pardon those rioters?
They shot a young lady in the face
Ashley Babbitt.
who was protesting. They shot her in the face. You know, nobody died that day. You do know that. But
It was such an insurrection that the only person that died was one that was shot by the police. A protester who had nothing on her or anything. She was shot in the face.
people died in Seattle. Nobody died, but people died in
140
Minneapolis.
officers
You know,
were
people died in
assaulted that
Minneapolis.
day.
She ain't trying to hear that. People died in Minneapolis. And not only that, I'll tell you, I'll raise you another one. The people that were being killed in those areas, it was black people killing black people. Oh, whoa.
Nothing happens, and nobody ever talks, and nothing happens to those people. But you went after the J6 people with a vengeance. And I'll tell you what about the cops that were, and I'm all for the police, as you know, but what about the police that are ushering everybody into the Capitol?
They got no smoke for them. They got no smoke for those. They got no smoke for none of them. It's been proven. Go and look at the footage, ladies and gentlemen. Go and look at the footage.
Go in. What about that? Look, nothing is perfect in life, but you have people from Minneapolis. You have people just from 5 days ago in Washington, D.C. They were having fistfights and fighting with the police. They were spraying and destroying. They were desecrating our monuments in Washington, D.C. 5 days ago, and nothing happened to them. And you can't have two systems of justice. That's why they went after me as a political opponent, because they felt they couldn't win without doing that. And we're going to win our cases and we're going to be vindicated. But I have to spend a lot of time on that and money. That's what they want. After the election, they won't care. Although in my case, I think they probably will, because the hatred is pretty deep. But I'll tell you, they went after me as a political opponent. That's never happened in our country before. And it sets a terrible, terrible precedent.
What do you do on day one if you win? What's your first thing?
What do? I close the border.
Which will, anyway, let's keep going. You know what closing the border is going to do.
And I do two things, because I can do a lot of things simultaneously. I close the border. We don't want people coming. We want people to come in, Harris, but they have to be vetted. They have to be checked. They have to come in legally. We want
Legal,
people. I want people to come into our country, but they have to be vetted. They have to be checked. So when you say, what do? That, and I drill, baby, drill. I bring energy way down. I bring interest rates down. I bring inflation way down, so people can buy bacon again, so people can buy a ham sandwich again, so that people can go to a restaurant and afford it. Because right now, people can't buy food. Your grocery bills are up 40, 50, 60%, right? She's agreeing to me. Oh, she's agreeing. Thank you. I like you very much.
Mr. President, I think we are.
But it's true. Your grocery bills are up. And then they're mandating that you buy an all-electric car. You know, Elon Musk endorsed me, and he's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. But I'm against everybody having an electric car, okay? I'm very much.
Let me pause for a quick second here and address something here in the phone chat. Miss Babbitt Lenz, I think that's how you say your name. You said, oh, is this MAGA only? Absolutely not. Let me just make something clear here. Let me turn this on so you guys can see me. Miss Babbitt Lenz, I want to let you know, everybody's opinion is welcomed on my channel. Everybody. Now, how people respond to you, it has nothing to do with me. I'm all about freedom of speech. I'm all about, look, if you saying you voting Biden, I'm not going to, I'm sorry, you can't vote for him. But if you say that you're going to vote for Kamala Harris, I'm not going to damn you. I'm not going to say you're stupid. I'm not going to call you dumb. I'm not going to do any of that. Now, what the people in the chat does is a completely different ball game. But this is what this is all about. Us talking like this, us conversing. Now, one thing that I'm not going to do either, anybody that's disagreeing with me, if you want to say, dude, you're stupid, dude, you're dumb, I'm not even going to address you. I see you and I see your comments in there, but I'm not even going to give you that. But if you're asking an honest question, again, this is from Miss Babbitt Lenz, said, oh, is this MAGA only? No, it's absolutely 100% not. And I will hope that it's not. I hope that everybody on both sides, whether you are Democrat or Republican, this is a space where you can come in and talk freely amongst each other and things like that. We don't have to worry about nobody trying to moderate us and anything like that. You could talk freely and talk these things out, because when it all comes down to it, somebody's wrong. Somebody is wrong. Somebody is not, somebody is off, you know? And again, and it's like one of those simple questions, like a lot of people like to avoid. And I appreciate you saying that, is when people get asked, were you better under Trump or under Biden? Well, wait a minute. Just answer the question, because we just saying, you know, but a lot of people don't like to do that. So I appreciate you doing that, right? Because I'm not one of those guys. I'll let people know from the jump. I am going to be voting for President Trump. Now, after 4 years, whoever that's going to be, I'm going to let you. I'm not one of those people that's scared to tell people that I'm voting for Trump. I'm different. I'm not one that's going to run from. I will let my neighbors know who I'm voting for. Well, that means you ain't going to be coming to our cookout. Okay. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to invite you over for a potluck. I don't care. I really don't. My neighbors will know. They will tell you. And I got neighbors that saying that they're Democratic, but we've been doing some talking. They're like, man, I've been watching your videos, sir, and man, I never thought about this. I'm leaning more towards Trump now. I just say, oh, okay. But other than that, me and my neighbors, we all get along. Oh, me, my whole, and this is in the 5 different states I abide in. I get along with all my neighbors. They know where I stand. They know about my YouTube video. And not one of them have ever said this. You're not coming over my house, Todd, because I'm Democratic. And you, because I do got some neighbors that's like, well, now their mind has changed them because of stuff that's going on with Biden. But at first, they didn't even realize this. Like, you know what? You got me, Ty. I was only going against Trump all because I hate the man, how he is as a person. I hate how snooty he is. I hate his smile. But at the same time, they said I was deceived by the fact that under his policies, I was doing better because I just did not like his character so much. So now you have to sit there and think that as a grown man, and Ty Smith only been in the political world. I voted for the first time in 2020. I have not been a part of this political world. I got drawn into it by people coming into our church trying some stuff. Anyway, my point in saying all that is that I decided to go and do the research and look things up and look at this stuff from an unbiased lens and found out the truth. And I just roll and I go towards the truth. Now, let me tell y'all something about this. The reason why I could say this is this. I direct over multiple facilities, okay? I direct over multiple facilities. And there will be people that will tell you, some of the people that's in administration, some of the people that are doctors, nurses, they will tell you, this dude keeps stuff on straight street, but I don't like Ty as a blah. Why? He seems to just say things and do things without caring about people's feelings. I don't. And they will tell you. Want to know why? I'm there to do a job. I'm not there to care about your feelings. I'm not there. It's like this. It's like even when I raise my sons. My sons are grown men now. My job was not to sit there and care about my son's feelings. My job was to tell them the truth, lead and guide them into the truth, whether they liked it or didn't like it, whether they felt hurt by it or not hurt by it. But guess what? When they got older, they look at it and say, man, Dad, a lot of stuff you did, it used to make us so mad. But now we see that it's the truth. Ding! But imagine if I'd have just not did things and shown my son and told him the truth, all because I was like, well, I don't want them to be sad or mad at me. I don't want them to be, so I'm not going to lead them into the truth. A lot of people don't even realize that's what you did with Trump. I don't like that he said this person's fat. I don't like that he said this. I don't like that he did. I don't like that he said grab him by the pee. But yet you were better under him. Anyway, that didn't cost y'all nothing. Let's just keep this rolling and finish this thing out. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, folks.
Much against that.
Or if you were on the phone, if you're using the phone right now, I was told by you guys to double tap the screen.
You have to be able to, if you want a hybrid or if you want a gasoline propelled car. But, you know, we have more liquid gold, gasoline, oil under our feet than any other country.
That's
more
crazy.
Than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia, more than any other country. I want to use it. I want to use what we have. I want to bring down prices, bring down costs. And I also have to stop the invasion. And remember, they're taking your jobs. These people coming in are taking your jobs.
Project
Mr. President,
2025.
I think we have to leave it there by the Trump team.
All right.
So leave it. That is the last word. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump, for coming today and joining us.
Well, thank you very much.
They've been telling us.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, very much. Great
Thank
honor.
you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
NBAJ will email about details.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get back to this portion right here where a lot of folks that are tuning in through the phone can see this. Let me go back and change some things up. Spot out. Boom. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me just go ahead and tell you this straight up, folks. I really do appreciate all of you that are in here right now. The 500 some odd people that are chiming in through the phone, yada, yada, peanut butter. You guys all heard this. You heard what I had to say about all this, and I really do absolutely 100% mean it. Look, whoever you decide to vote for, that's all on you. But if you vote for, like right now, all of you that voted for this current administration right now, you can't say nothing about their decisions and to stop drilling here in America. Black people, I'm gonna just give y'all something that y'all can relate to if y'all are in here listening right now. You guys do all this talking about generational wealth and all this. Do y'all know how to actually y'all talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, right? That's when black people were doctors and lawyers and pharmacists and shoemakers and teachers and all this. And it was all black stores, black offices, black clinics. Y'all talk about that. Ooh, look all this stuff that the black people were doing. Black utopia. We were keeping that stuff good, folks, right? And the reason why y'all say that, and the reason why I was thriving, because black people were buying and purchasing things from other black people. It kept the money flowing in the black neighborhood. Y'all get on these panels with and other folks that I see when I go out into the community. We don't have generational wealth. We don't have this. Now, if you can understand that by black people flourishing is because black people that stayed amongst black people that had all these stores and everything like that is because they kept the money flowing within the black community. How can you not understand what Trump's saying? We have liquid gold right here in the United States. We don't want to ask Saudi Arabia. We don't want to ask Russia. We don't want to ask these other countries for oil. We have it right here under our foot, that our feet, that our American people that will create jobs will be able to go to get this oil, in which that will make gas prices way cheaper for you, the American people. And get away from this bull crap, oh, with the climate. You really think, oh my God, you really think that us mere humans on the face of this big old giant planet with all these big bodies of water called an ocean that we haven't even explored yet, you really think that some goddamn on human beings gonna be able to lower the degree of the earth by 1 degree? You really think that can happen? Well, the reason why we haven't what I'm saying is for, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Us having cars and things like that, and with the oil with these cars, is not, the emissions is not going to cause the earth to heat up. And because look, are y'all done believing the bull crap? Can we honestly have a real conversation and be done with believing all the goddamn on bull crap? I thought Florida was supposed to be underwater by now. The ice shells are melting. The ice shells are melting. They said by 2000 that California is going to be broken off and floating out there in the ocean. Tell me this, ladies and gentlemen, when has the earth ever stopped being earth? I'll wait. I don't care. Try to throw all your scientific bull crap out there all you want to. The earth is going to be the earth. Here in Florida, we have something called hurricane season. It goes from June pretty much all the way to October. Hurricane season. Guess what happened during hurricane season? Hurricanes. Here in the Midwest, where I have another home at, in Illinois area. Guess what we have in the Midwest? We have something called tornado season. And guess what happened during tornado season? Tornadoes. It's been like that in the Midwest. We have something called the seasons. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. When have we not had it? Huh? When have we not had it? Well, they tell that if you keep on, the cows are farting and people are breathing and they driving cars. They said that the earth is heating up, and y'all keep on believing in that bull crap. You can't stop the earth from being earth. You can't stop nature from being nature. Well, Ty, I heard that if they took you have to stop with all this bull crap. All this goddamn on climate change, hocus pocus crap that they throw at us is nothing more than for these politicians to line their pockets, because they can get some pushed through legislation. Then you and I, the taxpayers, are going to have to pay money to fight climate change. You're going to fight climate change with what? You telling me that if y'all so-called put these policies in place that's going to lower the degree of the earth, but you can't stop homelessness. You can sit there and send billions of dollars to Ukraine, but you can't even help Maui, Hawaii. Had the worst fire in history, but y'all sending money to Ukraine. Talk to me about this bull crap. You can sit there and send money to Ukraine, but you can't help people in these democratic. Do you know what those billions of dollars would have did for the black people? Black folks, y'all got no smoke for this administration, right? Black people, I'm talking to y'all if y'all here. Y'all have no smoke. Y'all have nothing to say against Kamala Harris and President Biden right now, who sent money to Ukraine, but they ain't helping your black butt, are they? Huh? Y'all talking about school choice. You know how many schools they could have built with that money? But they send it to Ukraine at a useless war that they know Ukraine is not going to win. But they sending billions of dollars over there. You got a homeless epidemic everywhere pretty much but California. But you're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. Huh? But Trump said, and Trump up here talking about America first. Y'all good. It's like y'all got this crazy thing in y'all mind. Y'all good with people just completely abusing y'all. And you got Stockholm syndrome. You don't want to call out your abuser. Well, it ain't Biden's fault because if he did, it ain't Kamala's fault. Because it ain't this person's fault. I don't care what you say. You can sit there and say, you don't have your degree as science. I know Earth. I know people. I know that money that they sent over there to Ukraine could have done astronomical things for folks in these so-called disenfranchised and ran down communities. You gonna sit there and act like they care about you? Nigga, please. Yeah, I said it. Because sometimes that's the only way we can get through some of y'all head. Please spare me your crap. Well, Trump is racist but yet at the same time, you were doing better under Trump. This administration cares about you so much that they will send money to a country for a war that we're not even involved in, all because it's lying in politicians' pockets when they get that money washed over there and it goes back to some of these politicians. They care about you so much that they allowed America to become the biggest whore. America became the biggest whore to allow any and everybody to come up inside of her. And now the STD that she got is called illegal immigration. Yeah, that's the STD that America has. Some of y'all didn't even understand that. And it's spread everywhere. And now y'all worse off now. They come into the neighborhoods. Y'all up in Chicago, this apartment complex completely kicked people out that was on Section 8. Kicked them out. Why? Because the government said, we're going to pay y'all to put these illegal immigrants in here more than what Section 8 is giving y'all. And then on top of that, we're going to ask the people of Chicago to pay for that bill. Increase the taxes. And then we're going to cause property tax to go up. Thank God I'm on the outskirts of all that. I ain't involved in none of that section. But yeah, that's what they're doing. And yeah, you up here talking about all the racism that we face in, the disenfranchisement. Look who's disenfranchising you Negroes. The woman who claiming she black. And she up here talking about, hey, you know what we gonna do? We gone. She all of a sudden, she trying to talk black. She using hot sauce and eating greens. Now she washing greens in a bathtub. She up here pulling off all this bull crap like Hillary Clinton do. I got a bottle of hot sauce in my purse. And you know what? We gonna do this. And like Quavo said, you can talk the talk, but are you walking the walk? Come on, y'all. You have to do better than that. You have to do better than that. You're not looking at the overall picture because they expect you not to. They want you to focus on nothing but somebody's color. Focus on the fact that what Trump says to Kamala Harris, oh, that's racist. Oh, focus on the fact, folks just don't do nothing, black people, because they think you stupid. And you know what? The way that some of y'all responding, the shoe freaking fits. Yes, I said it. Because you know what? Like I said, as a father, I'm going to tell you the truth. Be pissed off at what I'm saying to you right now. Be mad, but what I'm saying to you is truthful and it's factual and it's for the betterment of you. You might not like my style, but I'm only doing it with the intention to show you that you are being played and you will continuously be played because these people feel and think that you are stupid and you just keep on eating it. Look at your life for the past 4 years. Y'all celebrated like crazy. Yeah, we got Trump out. Yeah, we got Trump out. Hey, we broke. We ain't got no money. We can't even drive. I had to sell my car. We can't even buy houses. We barely can afford gas. But at least we got Trump out. Stupid. That's absolutely stupid. And a lot of y'all churches, black churches, y'all have completely played black people because y'all got a goddamn kickback from the government because your church is federally owned. And they telling you, if you say this and you push this in your church and all this and that, we gonna give you this while black people are sitting there suffering. And y'all supposed to be the very thing to help people get out of that. I'm telling you right now, if your church is pushing stuff like that, I wouldn't pay another goddamn tithes or offering to that church. You steady walking around here broke and they sit up there telling you, if you would just sow a seed, it's going to be your year. It's going to be this. Take back what the roaches took. Get back what the mice stole from you. How many of you going to sit there and say, go home and say, roaches, you have no dominion over me. I rebuke every roach in the name of Jesus. Y'all eating that dumb stuff up. And these preachers are sitting there, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Lord showed, listen to me. Listen. Hush, hush, hush. Hush, 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 everybody. The Lord revealed to me that God is going to raise up a woman, a black woman, who's going to combat the evil antichrist that we call Donald J. Trump. And y'all falling for all that dumb stuff. Yes, you can sit there and say, Ty, you're mad. Look, I am not mad. I'm just passionate about this because I get sick. And I am sick and tired of black folks and any race of folks that's being played by this dumb propaganda that they know that if they say it the right way, if they do it the right way, if they're charismatic with it in such a way, it moves you and you are being tricked into thinking that that's the truth. So y'all up there, yeah, ooh, did you hear what he said? Ooh, girl, did you hear? And yet year by year, you dummies are still broke. You still struggling. I don't care if it's spiritual or emotional. You still struggling. But when I went to church, he said something that made me feel good. But you going back home still suicidal. You going back home still depressed? You going back home still broke? But if you would just sow more seeds, see, the Lord is just testing you. No, he ain't. The Lord's sitting back like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. You dummies keep on giving y'all money to these pastors. You dummies keep on supporting people that's damning you and making your life worse. And you expect me to come in there and save y'all? Stop making dumb choices. You're choosing this. And I'm sorry if I'm blowing a lot of y'all out and I'm guessing like your ears are being blown out. But a lot of you idiots are choosing this. Look at us now. Ooh. I can't even get my kids to go to grade school. You voted for it. Well, at least Brandon Johnson is black. Brandon Johnson is a black man who's worse than he's worse than what's her? Lori Lightfoot. He's sitting there lying to y'all face. But at least he a black man. He up there to do you guys know how hard it is for me? I have a black wife. I have a black wife and I have black children. Do you know how hard? Negro, you ain't struggling because you're doing exactly what they want you to do. But black folks, they got y'all because they feel if they put a black person there in the place and they put him up there and y'all can look up to him and all that, like he gonna be your savior. You can't say nothing to him because he a black man because you've been taught this dumb street life. You've been taught this dumb code to be with the cool black people. We can't put down a black man. Don't say nothing about a black man. Don't say nothing about a black woman. Don't say you dummies. And y'all steady suffering. But there's somebody like me who come up, do real well in my life, married 23 years, 2 successful children, college, all of that. The cars, I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you. The vehicles, the homes, the breaks, the tax breaks, the mentorship, the community of other blacks who's coming up just like me. But then you will look at that and ask me, how did I do it? And when I tell you, y'all shocked. Ty, how did you get where you are? How did you get where you are? Oh, you see that door right there? I simply just walked through it. No, man, that's it. That's all I did. I just walked through it. But you dummies are being told don't go through that door right there because you're going to be facing some systemic racism. You're going to be facing the discrimination. It's amazing that these people don't, and you know what's sad about this? The very people who was telling y'all that are other black people. And what's amazing to me, the black people that are telling y'all that, a lot of us look here. And like I told you guys, you can say what you want to. I'm not bragging. I am not bragging. If I'm rich and I got another person that's rich just like me, if you got a rich black man telling you other black folks that's down there in the ghetto, in the projects, in the hood, and I'm talking to the people that support, even y'all all got the same mindset, trailer trash, y'all, backwood, redneck folk, trailer park folks, all that. Y'all got the same mindset as a lot of people that's in the hood, in the projects, in the ghetto. Y'all all got the same type of mindset. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always something else. It's always something that's keeping you down. If you got a person like myself up there, really good, doing really good, wealthy, and I'm telling you how you can do it, but then you got another black person who up here telling you, no, man, it's systemic racism. You know why I had to struggle? You know what I had to do? It's amazing that both of us are rich. Both of us are up there, yet you got me telling you, hey, there's nothing to it. Yet you got him telling you, hey, man, and you don't even understand that when it all comes down to it, one of us is telling you how you can't come up here and be on this level while another one is scaring you with fear tactics because he don't want you up there on his level. Are you even hearing me? You got me sitting there saying you can simply do it. I got 2 degrees, huh? That don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing. But if I'm successful with homes, with cars, and I'm telling you from the hood, I can tell you my address. I can tell you that while in the hood, one of the houses got tore down next door to the home I lived in the ghetto, and me and people in the neighborhood, as a teenager we got together with a woman named Joyce Keller, built a park there called Little Red Wagon Club in the hood because it was too dangerous to go to outside parks. For me to come from something like that to be where I am right now, and I'm telling you, you can do the same exact thing, and your excuse is, no, because they told us that it's systemic racism. You're going to have to work twice as hard. How do you know what twice as hard is? I got 2 different degrees with the med school. You telling me I have to work twice as hard as who? Do you know that going through med school, that there were a ton of white people that failed out of the program? Do you know that going through med school, there was a ton of people that failed their residency? And you telling me I had to work twice as hard? How? The white people failed the program. I didn't. They don't tell y'all that because I'm telling you, it's a crazy, sick thing. If you got any black person that is wealthy, rich, whatever you want to call it, and you look at them, you want to be on their level, Pay attention to the message that they are feeding you. One is saying, you can do it too. I can network with you with people. I can get you on this level. One person saying, man, it's going to be hard. I'm telling you, these white people, if you got anybody that's speaking to you like that, they're only telling you that because they don't want you on their level. Some people just like being the prized black person that's successful and up there on the podium, and he's standing up there alone or she's standing up there alone, and they don't want to share that. They don't want nobody else up there on their level, because guess what? If all of us come up on that level, all of us are equal. Nobody looks better than nobody. Do you know what it's like to be in a room full of other doctors, other nurses, other lawyers, other business owners, other entrepreneurs, other physicians assistants, other therapists, other, I don't know, nurse practitioners, business owners, and all of us are black? Do you know what it's like to be on a stage like that? Nobody's the man. Nobody is the woman. All of us are equal, but some people don't want that. No, man, it's hard to get up here, man. You gotta be able to, because they don't want you on their level. Because if you get up on their level, nobody's staring at them. They're looking at everybody. And everybody on that stage, when all of us are together, all of us look equal. And they don't want that. But yet at the same time, they'll push. All we want is equality. All we want is a shot. Again, because I'm really speaking to my mentees that are listening, pay attention to the message. All of y'all know that Mr. Ty pushes y'all to do what it is that y'all want to do, don't I? I push y'all to do what y'all want to do. I set y'all up. Ty, I want to be a such and such. I go and we network with people that might be in that field. You want to be a doctor? I set y'all up with other doctors, don't I? I set y'all up to go in there and do interns. I let y'all know y'all can go and scrub in if you want to see a surgeon. If you want to be a goddamn mechanic, what do? I set y'all up with the car lot places. I set y'all up with like the car places where they do the stuff at mechanical school and all that. I set y'all up with it so y'all can go in there and intern and see if this is what you really want to do. I never sit there and say to anybody, I don't know about that. It's going to be too hard. It's going to be too much. I don't tell people that. Well, Ty, how'd you get through school? Isn't med school hard? I said, no, it's just time consuming. That changes the whole perspective of things, don't it? How'd you get to that when you first went and you went for therapy? How did you get through that schooling part, Ty? Was it hard? I heard it's hard. It's not hard. It's just time consuming. You're just not going to be able to go to parties and go out and do all that stuff only for a little bit of time, but it's not hard. It's just time consuming. That's it. Wow, it makes things look completely different, man. It's hard to get. No, it's not. It's not hard. And that's where people fail at. Anyway, folks, I had to give y'all that. I had to just get that off and get it out there because this is what we're dealing with right now. And I'm a huge threat to people that don't like to hear a real message, that don't like to see the real deal of somebody that came from nothing and became something. And I'm not bragging about or anything like that, because anybody know me knows and I'm not like that at all. When people see me out and about in public, they will sit there and tell you, for Ty to be doing so good, that dude showed dressed like, yeah, I am a jogging pants and t-shirt wearing dude in a ball cap. That's it. I wear sandals. I don't care about lotion. You see me out like some of y'all saw me at the zoo. Some of y'all saw me at the zoo. Bruh, my feet were ashy. Ask me if I cared. I'm there to walk around and see the animals. I'm not there trying to impress nobody. And I appreciate it. Y'all that took pictures with me. We talked. The ones that were there, I played with y'all kids. Remember, look, some of y'all in here, you ain't got to say who you are, but I played with your children. Y'all felt so bad because y'all children was like crawling all up my back and everything like that. I'm steady talking to y'all, playing with your kid. Oh, don't do that to Ty. I'm a regular dude. I don't care. I'm not like that. But at the same time, people can tell when somebody is being genuine with them and want the best for them. And I can tell you right now, whether you want to believe it or not, based off of circumstances that we got going on in the United States, it's a clear answer of who was for you or who was against you. And I'm going to say this, and this is going to be my last thing before I close this out. You might look and say all the stuff that I'm talking about is just so crazy. It's really, Ty, it's really profound what you're saying. There's a lot of wisdom in there, and that may very well be true. But let me tell you this. I promise you, besides life circumstances, y'all got me sweating like I'm preaching for real. A lot of my life circumstances that I went through is what I learned to be where I am right now. A lot of my stuff that I'm telling you guys right now, I got about 50% of a lot of my wisdom from being a father. Why do I say that? I have a home, and some of y'all may have heard this. I have a home. I am not going to let anybody or anything just come into my house. Not at all. Okay? You got to follow me. My job is to protect my house. It was to make sure that my wife is protected, make sure that she has her well-being, make sure that my sons are protected, make sure that they got food, make sure that they are provided for. I would be darned if I let anybody or anything come into that house. Now, in my neighborhood, I have something called neighbors. All of us have boundaries. We have doors. We have front door, back doors, and garages. Y'all go with me because I'm relating this to our border. The United States is our home. The border is our doors. Now, what do I look like making sure that my neighbor is taken care of and my own home is not? What do I look like making sure that my neighbor's wife is doing okay spiritually, emotionally with my wife? What do I look like helping my neighbor mow his grass and my grass is high? What do I look like helping my neighbor wash his car and all my cars are dirty? What do I look like doing that? You would say, dude, that's great. What do I look like taking care of my neighbor's children while my children are sitting here not eating? They smell bad. They're not bathing. They don't have their father's attention. I'm playing football with those other kids. I'm throwing the ball with those other kids, and I don't even do it with mine. You always sit there and say, man, you are a lousy husband and you are a lousy father. But yet at the same time, some of you idiots don't have a problem with America being our home, and we allowing all these illegals to pour into our countries, to come into our house, taking over. You don't care about taking care of Ukraine. You don't care about you know. I'm sorry. You care about taking care of Ukraine, but you don't care about taking care of our American brothers and sisters here, huh? You see, that's easy, ain't it? It's very simple. I will be damned if I did not take care of my own home, my own family, making sure that my integrity of my home, the structure of my home is up and fit, my grass is cut, my stuff is taken care of before I go and help anybody else. That's absolutely dumb. And what's crazy is that something that's small and minute, something that just simply has been a father, can be something that can completely fix something that's considered to be a major national issue. And that's why I'm with Trump on this. Close the goddamn on border. And if you came into my house without my permission, get the out. Bye. Oh, Ty, but people got children. Bye. Oh, Ty, but you're gonna kick. So Ty, you would kick some little bitty kids out. Hey, who are you? Are you related to me? No, get out my house. Get out. Y'all think I'm joking. Check this out. I promise you, this is the last thing right here. We had a huge family affair at a park, and my family them was laughing at me, and they were like, you are so wrong. We had a huge family barbecue, and some of my family are marching right now. Y'all already know what I'm gonna say. We had a huge family barbecue. I'm seeing all my family here. We all doing a good time eating, and there was these kids kind of hanging out at the park. Little kids hanging out. All of a sudden, where they were serving food at, one boy kind of went over there. He's just looking around. I said, you need something? He was like, I said, are you trying to get something to eat? So guess what I did? I grabbed the microphone. I said to all my family, hey, can I have y'all attention? All of them looked at me. This boy is standing next to me, him. This boy who I have no idea who he is. I said, does anybody know who he is? My whole family was like, no. I looked at him. I said, get him and his friends took off running. They were about to come to our family cookout and just go get some food. Nobody knew who they was. So my wife was like, why would you do that? I said, we don't know who they are. She was like, I know, but they might have been home. Well, then that's what I'm saying. I'm different. I literally said, get out. And them kids, and I'm talking about they were teenagers, they took off running. And then my family was like, dude, I was like, did y'all know them? They were like, no. I'm like, well, what the heck? What? On what? So let me tell y'all though, I did go back to they went back over to the area where the swings and stuff was. I did go over there and I said, hey. I said, look, I know I gave y'all a hard time. I said, but are y'all hungry? They were like, yeah. I said, come on. They were like, no, that's okay. I was like, look, I know I embarrassed you. I know I did that. I said, but if y'all hungry, look, there's plenty of food over here. Matter of fact, I'll come with you. I got the young man and like 5 young men and like 6 young women, teenagers. I told them, I said, look, come on with me. They walked with me. I gave them all a plate. I said, hey, get what y'all want to and all that. I said, but look, I said, it's a little different, man. I said, now I don't know if y'all done it before. I said, but don't just walk up in nobody's family issue. No family business, just go there. I said, because that's stealing. Uh-oh. You hear the message in that? Don't just go into somebody's stuff when you weren't invited. It's illegal. When you go in there, you just start taking stuff and you're not a part of the family, you're stealing. What did Trump say that those people are going to do when they come over here? Huh? What did he say they're going to do as far as y'all? He said they're what? Stealing? Okay, anyway. Y'all, let me know what y'all think about all this. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.